It's time for World Record of the Week.
Hooray!
Everyone's the best at least one thing. It's a World Record of the Week.
And this week, there's a few, but notably no David.
Ooh,
He's having a very slow start to the year.
He is.
Yeah, I wonder if he's like, do you reckon he's run out of records? Run out of things that he's good at?
Maybe we're going to get a big one.
I hope so.
A
He's
huge
working
one.
towards a big one. I reckon that's more likely. He's growth mindset. That's what he's all about. So he's just always working towards something bigger. But in his absence, there are still some records to talk about. A New York man named Scott Wiener, and he is a Wiener, has the largest collection of pizza boxes in the world, and he's been recently expanding it.
Largest collection of unique, as in, like...
They're all different, yeah. Do you want to guess how many he's got?
Well, he's got to have more than a pizza shop.
Yes, it's true. But the pizza shops only have like one of their own, wouldn't they? And these are
True.
all unique. Some of them are like, they've got Japanese writing on and stuff.
It's over there from Japan.
Possibly. There might not be, but...
It's 7,000.
It's 1,500. But I can tell you he keeps them all in his house. So 7,000 is quite ambitious. Yeah, he's a bit of a nutter, this guy. He loves pizza. He apparently leads pizza tours of Brooklyn and
I could see that.
Brooklyn and Manhattan. And he also released a book called Viva la Pizza, The Art of the Pizza Box. So, loves it, this guy.
And, like, making the thing he loves his living.
Yeah, like, fair enough. Actually, I take the piss, but he's doing
That's
better than
what
I
we
am.
all dream for,
Yeah, this
isn't
is
it?
what you want. He's actually made... Well, I don't know if it's his job, but I think he does these things outside of his job, surely. Surely. People aren't paying him for pizza tours of Brooklyn, surely.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, like...
There is a lot of pizzerias, isn't there? Like,
yeah.
Italian
and,
population
like, New York
there.
pizza you have to try.
Oh, really?
Like, it's one of the things you eat in New York.
Really?
Pizza and cheesecake.
Oh, I thought Chicago was where the pizza was good.
Yeah, that too.
but New York
Basically
as well.
every town in...
Anywhere in America,
in
they've just got
America.
loads of food, and
Yeah.
there's just lots of food there. Fair enough. Yeah, if he's made it into his job, then fair play to you, Wiener boy. Did you see about Christina Koch?
No.
So she is a NASA astronaut and broke the world record for the longest space flight by a female astronaut.
Yes.
It was her first ever venture into space.
Was it meant to be the longest then? Or
Just got stuck.
floated away?
Not very good at it. I'm just going to have to keep going. I missed the turn and we have to go round.
Wait till it orbits again.
And it did. Guess how many orbits of the Earth she did? She was on the International Space Station for 328 days. Do you want to have a guess how many orbits of the Earth she did?
228.
Yeah. Oh, that's how many you guesses?
Yeah.
It's more than that. So I guess the ISS must go the opposite way to Earth, I think. It must do. Because it orbited the Earth 5,248 times.
It's a much smaller orbit than the sun as well, isn't it? Yes.
Well,
It's much closer.
but we don't go round the sun.
No.
We turn round, don't we?
Yeah.
And if we're turning one way and it's going the other, does that count as an orbit? If it gets to the same point, you know how
So the space station is actually staying still. So how many times has the Earth spun round?
well, if it was that, it'd be 328, wouldn't it? I think it must be like if it was above us right now, and it was going left and we're going right.
Yeah.
When it comes back to above us, that counts as one orbit.
Yeah.
I think that must be how it is. I don't know. I don't understand space. All right, leave me alone. But Christina does, so fair play to her. She did 139 million miles during her time in space, apparently, which is more even than my car. Not by much, but close. Did you see the Oscars were the other night?
Yep.
Don't usually care about the Oscars, but
I don't.
did see a world record was broken by John Williams, the legendary composer.
Oh, yes.
Composed Star Wars, Harry Potter, like one of the best loved composers, along with like Howard Shore and there's one other one.
Hans
Zimmer, that's right. Yeah, those three are kind of like the upper echelon. And John Williams has been doing it for a long time because he broke the record for the most consecutive decades with Oscar nominations in.
What?
With 7 decades.
Awesome.
He got his first nomination in the 60s and now it's the 2020s, so that counts.
Has
as
he
the
won
seventh.
one?
He has won 5. Yeah. Imagine if he hadn't, because he has been nominated 52 times.
And he's only
in
won
that time.
7.
He's only won 5.
Oh, 5, sorry.
Yeah. So he's been nominated a lot.
Yeah.
But I guess you are. I guess because 5 is a lot of Oscar
It
wins.
is, yeah.
I think they try not to give it to the same person again and again.
Yeah.
And because you couldn't you? If you nominated him 52 times, like he could get 1 each for all of the Harry Potter movies, couldn't he? Because
Yeah.
they're all the same.
If you got 1 for the music for Harry Potter 1,
Yeah.
then surely you'd get
It's the same music.
Yeah.
It's the
Well, I
same
guess
refrain.
somebody up their game, somebody else up their game.
Yeah, it's all about who's in that year, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
So he is second only to Walt Disney for the most number of nominations, and he's got the most nominations for any living person. Quite impressive. And he is a legend, isn't he? Like some of his music, the Star Wars music, is hrilliant.
Yeah.
And it sort of his music makes films. Like,
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
the Harry
It's
Potter
iconic.
films are they're very noticeable because of the music so good.
Yeah, the acting was shit.
Yeah, really bad. It carried it, really did. The record was broken this week for the largest firework ever let off.
Bomb. It was just a bomb.
It is effectively a bomb. It is massive. I watched the video of this. It was broken in a town called Steamboat Springs, which is a great name for a
Yeah.
town. I'd love to live there. Little mountain town in Colorado. It was fired from a 26-foot tube. It dug into a mountain.
Yeah.
A
cannon then.
It-
So it was
yeah,
fired out of a cannon.
Genuinely, literally, it was a 62-inch diameter firework, which is, how big is that? Like 5 and a bit foot?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5'2".
massive.
That's massive. That's like a human size. Do you want to guess how much it weighed?
Oh, like a ton.
Almost exactly. 1.27 tons. 1.25 tons of firework, and it blew up. It blew up real good.
Did it like start with a whistle? Was it like
No, no, there's too
Did you
much
say-
of it to whistle.
Kablamo!
It was like, because it was real big. It was like a big man trying to move anywhere. Ooh, all my bones. And the explosion is ridiculous. Like it literally, you know how like they say it lights up the sky, but it doesn't really.
Yeah.
This one does. It's like the sun. It looks like it's daytime again. It's crazy. Into sporting world records, there's 2 this week. An actual one, the pole vault world record, was broken this week
Oh yeah.
by Armand Duplantis, who's a French bloke. He broke the pole vault world record at 6.17 meters, which is pretty high, isn't it? I don't understand pole vault. That's why I put this in. I think pole vault is one of the worst. Like, I love watching it, but it's one of the worst ideas of all time. It's terrible. Like you seen people landing on their poles, and it's
when
the
they
worst
snap.
thing. Oh yeah, when the pole snaps and they just go flying, it's real dangerous.
One of the girls playing Euros
Mm.
on our team used to do the pole vault,
Really?
and she said so that you got a good grip on the pole, you would put lighter fluid on your hand
What?
because then you'd hold the tape and it would to some extent melt the tape. So then you got a good old grip on the pole.
That's ridiculous.
You shouldn't be putting lighter fluid
No,
on your
you
hands
shouldn't.
for a sport
Stop it.
or for anything.
Stop it, Armand. It's just stupid. It is a stupid sport. But what I found really interesting is that this was the indoor world record. And the indoor world record has been broken a couple of times in recent years. But the outdoor world record has not been broken since Sergei Bubka, who was the world record holder when I used to play the Olympic game on Sega Mega Drive in the 90s. He has held the world record since 1994.
Do you think there's like an updraft?
Yeah,
Suddenly.
just blew him over. It's unusual, isn't it, for a world record to last that long
Yeah.
in sport? And yeah, Bubka still holds the outdoor world record. Do you think outdoor pole vaulting is harder than indoor pole
I would
vaulting?
have thought so.
Because like the wind is blowing you off a little bit, do you think?
Or you might be running into a slight headwind.
Yeah, so you're not running quite as
Or
quick.
even with a
tailwind might blow you into.
yeah,
Yeah, it might blow
it
you
might be
into.
harder to
So
control.
you do want the updraft, don't you? But
And
it's
that's
very hard to.
Maybe it'd been to Large Mahal's the night before.
Watch out, boys! Whoa. Oh, look at us set on fire, just like my hands, because they're covered in lighter fluid. But the world record of the week this week is not the pole vault. It is a world record broken by Li Longlong, which is where I got my sofa from. That's Li Longlands. He is a Chinese acrobat who broke the world record for climbing the stairs using nothing but his head. So he stands on his head on the bottom stair. He's allowed to touch stuff on the bottom stair. But then after that, no hands, no feet, just head.
And jumps.
And hop. It hops head after head up these like steps that are about yay high, about 10 centimetres high maximum. And do you want to guess how many he did?
34.
That is incredible because the old world record was 34 set by Li Longlong. He broke the record this time with 36. Very good guess there. Yeah, it is unbelievable. I would recommend. I'm going to post it on the website because I would recommend watching this one.
Do you just have a springy neck?
His balance is incredible for one thing. So he's wearing like a little. It looks like a fez, but very sort of squashed to make sure his head doesn't smash. Yeah, it's like a pillow effectively on his head, and he just sort of stands there on his head, arms out, legs are wobbling, and then hoop, and then he does a few in a row, and then he'll pause, and then a few in a row. Oh, it is crazy.
Does he make the sound hup?
He should do. He doesn't. He's very silent. He's very, very stoic and sort of like focusing ahead. Literally, because it would hurt your head quite a lot, I think. But very impressive, and worth a watch. So good on you, Lee. And you got my sofa? You got my sofa yet?